Jay-Z is all over the headlines right now because a judge just gave his alleged son, Ramier, the go-ahead to move forward with that paternity case. On top of that, the court ordered Jay-Z to respond to the latest filing by July 18th. But guess who's been stirring the pot? Yep, none other than 50 Cent. Not shocking at all that 50 is the one spreading this tea, right? And get this, Nicki Minaj jumped in too. She reposted 50's post on X and said, "Is this why he was trending the other day? I don't know. To God be the glory, Hugh." But wait, there's more. Allegedly, Beyoncé is also being accused of stepping in to block the case and sway things behind the scenes, just like Ramir's godmother claimed a while back.
Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Ramier needs to go away, little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in.
Now here's where it gets wild. Some reports say the judge is letting the case move forward because Jay-Z is allegedly tangled up in some shady dealings, covering up a sketchy transporting scheme that supposedly resulted in him fathering Rymir. People are even claiming Jay-Z's been dodging the accusations because deep down, he knows he is the father. And let's be real for a second. Jay-Z never hesitates to lawyer up when someone's coming for him. Remember how fast he shut down those wild claims about him and Diddy harming a 13-year-old? But now, he's staying quiet and avoiding court when it comes to Ramier. That alone is making folks raise eyebrows. So much has gone down in this case lately. It's getting messier by the day. Let's dive right in. Word on the street is that Jay-Z and his legal team have been pulling out all the stops to keep Ramir's case buried.
We going in there to fight fraud. That's just that's craziness. That's really craziness. And I don't think nobody in the world should have to go through that. You're going in there, you paying your hard-earned money. You got these lawyers that just frauding and pit anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, to continue to overlook fraud it's just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else we can do to help you guys believe that it's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong but come in here, tell you guys the truth, put our life on the line, come to every court case and give you 100% plus of us. And basically we just got stepped on, and basically, just try to get dragged through the system. But no, we won't let that go. That's not us. We're not we're not letting this go, and we will continue to fight, especially for fraud and collusion that's been going on. No, I will not let nobody just put that on my name, my mother's name, my godmother's name. We will fight for what is right, like we've been doing all these years, and continue.
But it's looking like Rymir might finally get that paternity test. Like I said, reports confirm a judge has officially allowed the case to move forward. I even got my hands on the court documents. And here's what the judge wrote. Respond to the latest filing by Lily Coley versus Sean Corey Carter. For the foregoing reasons, the court grants the ex parte application and orders that defendant's deadline to respond to plaintiff's complaints be extended to July 18, 2025. It is so ordered. Now let's rewind to what Ramier has been claiming for years. He says his mom, Wanda, hooked up with Jay-Z back in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn. Jay allegedly picked her up in Philly. They chilled, and even though she said they used protection, it failed. She ended up pregnant. Aside from Jay swinging by 2 weeks later, Wanda never saw him again and had no way to reach out. Ramier also revealed his mom told him when he was about 8 years old that she believed Jay-Z was his real dad. And here's the kicker. Wanda's boyfriend at the time, Robert Graves, was listed on Ramir's birth certificate. But in 2011, a DNA test proved he wasn't the father, and his name was legally removed. Wanda told Rymir straight up she had only ever been with two men, Robert and Jay-Z. So when Robert turned out not to be the father, all signs pointed to Jay-Z. But here's where it gets even more explosive. Jay-Z has been refusing to take the paternity test, and there's a reason for that. When he allegedly hooked up with Wanda, she was just 16 while he was 22, which could mean he actually broke the law. This isn't just gossip either. Wanda's godmother spoke on this before, saying, "I got a call from his in-house lawyer, and they were very helpful. We thought we'd resolve this privately. They even talked about Ramir's music talent and whether it was a good time to put him on Jay's record label, but he had to finish high school. So I said no."
Yo, it's Rymir Satterthwaite. I'm back again. Just keeping y'all updated on my situation and just keeping the world just, ears open for a lot of things that's going on in the world and a lot of things that's going on still in our court system. I'm just trying to keep the world really aware because this is something that's going on continuously on a daily basis with maybe many different people. So as I said, I was in a major court, me and my mom, my godmom, we've been in court for many years, and it's just been crazy. As I said before, it's been crazy. We've been going in there. I don't feel like we've been getting our rights really appreciated. So important to deal with because all the fraud on the court, if we just let that, just pass and not say anything about it, they will continue to do anything they want.
Then suddenly, different lawyers got involved, and their whole attitude changed. I think they realized there was more at stake for Sean, given that Wanda was not of age. And here's where it gets even messier. If Jay-Z is proven to be Ramir's father, it would also mean he allegedly took Wanda across state lines, picking her up in Philly and bringing her to an apartment in Brooklyn, where they hooked up. That alone could spark a whole separate legal case. Back in the day, Wanda even tried to get Jay-Z to step up. She filed a civil lawsuit seeking child support, but the case got tossed out because it was filed in the wrong state. It was never refiled. At the time, Jay-Z's lawyer reportedly said Jay had no interest in custody of Rymir, so Wanda couldn't keep fighting. But Ramier didn't give up. He picked up the fight himself. And according to him, the reason it's been such an uphill battle is because Jay-Z was allegedly paying off lawyers and judges to bury the case. Rymir had to take this fight all the way to the Supreme Court. But at first, the case got tossed because the Supreme Court said it didn't have jurisdiction to reopen matters from the appeals court or unseal records from the trial court. So, Rymir refiled in the appellate division of the New Jersey Superior Court to keep pushing forward. But even with that, the process has been a nightmare. Jay-Z's legal team argued he shouldn't be forced to take a DNA test in New Jersey because he didn't own or live on any property in the state. At that point, Ramir's hands were tied. There wasn't much he could legally do to make Jay submit to a paternity test. But here's where it gets juicy. Rymir recently dropped receipts showing that Beyoncé's mother, Tina, admitted in her book that Jay-Z did own property in New Jersey during the time this case was brewing. So, yeah, Jay did have ties to New Jersey after all. Now all this back and forth might finally be coming to an end because the judge has said the case can move forward. And let me tell you, thousands of people are rooting for Rymir to finally get the truth. This time he's got heavy hitters like 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj putting his case on blast. And Nicki? Whew. She's not letting up on Jay-Z. She's out here stepping on his neck. Nicki recently did her own little expose after reposting an interview by Dree Hadley, the estranged daughter of Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez. In the interview, Dree claimed her mom had her committed to a mental institution and accused Roc Nation of sabotaging Nicki's career. She even said they went after Nicki's family, attacking her husband, her child, and warned that it should terrify the American public.
She has been through some trauma and some of with Roc Nation, with Desiree Perez, with other individuals. What I can say about that is I've witnessed and heard a lot of things. Again, is hearsay, right? So it doesn't even matter. And that's why I'm not even going to go into detail with that. If I have the opportunity to speak with Nicki, would love to connect with her on that. But I've kind of seen, just like you firsthand, how they've of her platform, they abused her talents. They've of her freedom of speech. They've attacked her family, they've attacked her husband, they've attacked her child. And it's sad. It's really sad. Somebody so resourceful, talented, high profile as Nicki Minaj being targeted. It should really scare the American people. It should really scare you guys too, right? Because I'm the daughter, so it's like at this point, if it's happening to me, I think she's really outspoken, and I'm grateful that she's being outspoken on it, because I think she's almost seeing it like, well, it happened to me, it's happening to her, let me speak up on it. Nobody is safe right now. And she's fed up. I think she's fed up because she's been through a lot.
Nicki's been spilling a lot in the past few days, and it's got folks talking. She hinted that she's been professionally sabotaged by Jay-Z and his circle, claiming it's the real reason she hasn't been dropping new music. On top of that, she revealed that an unnamed party has allegedly been working overtime to wreck her marriage with Kenneth Petty, using lies and powerful friends in high places to turn him against her. But that's not all. Nicki also exposed how social media accounts belonging to her and her fans are being shadow banned in what she calls a calculated move to damage her brand. And get this, she claims Jay-Z still owes her money. Now she's fully stepped into Ramir's corner, turning up the heat and pushing the narrative that Jay-Z must take that paternity test. And honestly, with the way things are moving, it's starting to look like Rymir might finally get the answers he's been chasing for years. This could be the moment where he closes this painful chapter of his life. But while plenty of people are cheering him on, others are questioning his motives. Is he really after the truth? Or is this all about getting a payout from Jay-Z? What's Ramir's endgame here? According to Ramier himself, it's not about forcing Jay-Z to suddenly step up as a father or trying to make up for all the lost years. For him, this case is about exposing corrupt judges and the unfair court system that, he claims, caused his family to lose money through fraudulent court orders. Ramier says these same orders are still being used to pull money from his family and even placed illegal liens on their home. And he's been clear about one thing. I don't want money or anything like that from Jay-Z. I just want him to finally tell the truth to the world. If you say I'm not your son and nothing ever happened with my mom, then just take the test. If Jay-Z's really telling the truth, then why is his first reaction every time he's asked to take a paternity test a flat-out no? Ramir's not asking for the world. He just wants a few things cleared up. First, Jay-Z allegedly took Wanda, who was only 16 at the time, across state lines from Philadelphia to a Brooklyn apartment where they hooked up. Second, Jay-Z's lawyers were caught in court allegedly lying when they claimed they misspoke. Third, Jay-Z has denied these claims in court even though he reportedly tried to settle them privately years ago. And fourth, and this is chilling, Rymir claims someone tried to end his life. He says gunshots were fired at him after he filed the civil suit against Jay-Z. He even shared photos of his car riddled with bullets and claimed something was planted inside before he was pulled over. These intimidation tactics sound eerily similar to what Dre Hadley accused Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez of doing. It's giving serious pattern here. Now, with the court ordering Jay-Z to finally respond, all eyes are on what happens next. Things are heating up fast, and we're all waiting to see how this plays out. What do you think about all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next juicy update. See you in the next one. It's about to get even spicier.